Robbie, one of the highlights on day three of the Cheltenham Festival is the Ryanair chase, and the market is led by Henry de Bromhead's A Plutard, who was very good at Christmas on a trip, probably on the short side for him, defeating Chacun Poursuis. He's the 5-1 favourite. Min is available at 11-2 for Willie Mullins. Frodon, last year's winner, at 6-1. Defi de Soy, will he run here or will he run the champion chase? He's a 7-1 shot. Riders on the Storm at 8-1. Sirname, who of course ran very well to beat the good horse Altior at Ascot. Then was pretty, I'm not going to say a bad performance in the King George. Maybe the race at Ascot took a little bit out of him. He's a 10-1 chance. Chacun Poursuis and Real Steel and Footpad are all in around about the 12 or 14-1 mark. But the favourite, A Plutard, very impressive in the novice handicap at the festival in 2019. What's your thoughts on the Ryanair?
Yeah, and I think A Plutard and what he's done, not last year, but this year, his win when he beat Chacun Poursuis at Leopardstown at Christmas was very impressive. Henry has said how much better the horse is going left-handed than he is going right-handed. And there's not many races in Ireland over 2.5 miles going left-handed before Cheltenham. I don't think there's any that suit him, so that he qualifies for. So he's been running them over 2 miles. I'd say it was a bonus to win the Grade 1 over 2 miles at Christmas. He'll run again over 2 miles at the Dublin Racing Festival. And this is him back in his home turf, 2-5 around Cheltenham, where he's won before, course and distance. I think he'd be very, very hard to beat. I think his big danger could come from the ex-Tom Taft trained Riders on the Storm, who's been very, very impressive in what he's done this season. Nigel Twiston-Davis has done a fantastic job with him, and he's obviously improved a hell of a lot. I know that from chatting to a few of the jockeys that rode him when he was in Ireland, they always thought he was a very, very good horse. So Riders on the Storm will be interesting. He'll definitely run in this race, there's no doubt about that. And Frodon bounced back to form with a good performance in Kempton on the second day of their Christmas festival. That was more like the Frodon we knew from last season. It was a good performance. He's as tough as all boots, and whatever passes him up that Cheltenham Hill will know they've had a race of it. I think you're right. I think Min will definitely go here. And what else will really run? I'd say he'll run Real Steel and Footpad, because I don't see Footpad staying 3.25 miles in the Gold Cup, and I think the Ryanair is the race for Footpad, and I think Real Steel, who beat him in Thurles last week, will line up here as well. So will he have a strong representation in it? But I think at the moment A Plutard is a worthy favourite. I think Riders on the Storm could be a big threat to him.